Hi everyone, it's Sharon. Welcome back to my channel. I realized yesterday that it's been a few weeks since I posted a video, and it will probably be at least another 2 weeks before I'm ready to share a journal. So I thought I'd hop on today and do a quick craft with me. I was watching a video by Eva from Bohemian Crafting the other day, and she was making something from one of her latest kits, and I thought I'd give it a try. She called it Note Cards and Banknotes, I think, this one. And I'll put a link to her video and her kits down below in the description. So what it consists of, I didn't print everything out, but there's one sheet that has this photo. It's like a photo pouch or one of those flappy kind of photo envelopes that you can get. They're touristy kinds of things. And so what I did was took that sheet and I blew it up a little bit so that my cards that I place inside of it will be approximately 3 by 4. And so I'm going to cut those out. And I printed these, this is an experiment. I printed these on locked up paper, which is kind of a handmade, very fibrous paper. I bought a pack on Amazon and I've been using that in my journals. But I noticed I'm going to make 2 different packs. The one sheet of this is nice and thick and pretty sturdy, but the other one I printed is really light and kind of soft. So I think I'm going to back this one with another sheet of paper. So those are the pouches, and then inside you put these. I'm using photographs, but you could use anything, and just make kind of a little note card set that you could use as a gift or a giveaway or something like that. So in that same kit of Eva's, she's got these photographs that go with the envelope. And they are, I believe, it says Edinburgh on here, so I'm assuming that's where this is. It's Holy, I'm going to butcher this, Holy Rood or Holy Rod Palace. It's probably someplace famous that I should know, but I don't. Okay, so it's got these really pretty black and white photos, which I adore. And these I printed on a cardstock kind of a weight paper, so they kind of feel like photographs. And then I thought for the second set, Eva has another kit called Garden Party Photos, and I absolutely love this. Look at these photos. And they're all kind of look like Victorian era. So I am going to cut all of these up, and those will also go in. I thought we'd just decorate them a little bit. And then I plan on backing all of these because I printed these on white cardstock. I'm going to back them with, I think for these architectural ones, the palace, I'm going to back them with a piece of grid paper. So I'll probably just glue this sheet and this grid paper right together, back to back, and then cut them out after that, and that'll make it a lot easier. And then for the garden party ones, I think I'm just going to use this lacy coffee dyed paper to back those, and that will be a nice writing surface for the note cards. So I will go and cut all of this out, and I'll be back and we can do a little playing around with decorating them. Okay, I am back and I cut all of my various pieces. So I've got these envelopes cut, and they each will have these 4 flaps that will just kind of fold together over the pack of note cards. So what I did for this one, this was the one that was a little thin and floppy. I decided to decoupage a napkin on the back just to make it more pretty and also to give it more stability. I don't know how that is going to pan out because it almost made it a little softer, but we'll see. We need something fairly rigid that will bend on these fold lines, because that will create kind of a side to this little box. And then on the front here, I just added a flower sticker. And then the other thing with these is there is a slit line here that I cut with my craft knife because this end will fold into that. So I will set those aside. And then I took my note cards and my photos, and cut those up, and then I backed these with just some coffee dyed grid paper. And then this pile, I rounded the corners on these. I just thought that looked nice, and backed these with that lacy coffee dyed paper. And so what I thought I would do is do a little bit of decorating. Now I couldn't do anything too elaborate that would cause too much bulk, because these have to fit nicely in that little pouch. So I like to do stamping and stenciling on photos, especially if they don't have people on them. I just think that adds a lot to the photo. So I'm going to do that with this group. So I'll start with these. And what I think I will do is some stamping. And I decided to pull out my tried and true. I've got a couple of sets. I don't even know what brand name they are, but there's this one. I don't know if you can see with the glare. These are corner designs. And then this set has a bunch of, I don't know if you can see that, but they're like fancy edges and some corner ones in there too. So I pulled some from those sets. So for this one, I think I'm going to use this stamp and just put that across the top. And I'm going to pick this forest moss color. Hopefully I've got enough on there. All right. Yeah, I just think that adds a lot to a sepia or a black and white photo. So one down. Now I will try to talk. I found that when I do videos and I try to talk and craft at the same time, it doesn't work so good, but I'm not someone who has a lot to say normally. Okay, so for this one, I think I want to do this corner one up here where there's a lot of white space. So let's pull, this is called rhubarb stalk. And we'll put a little bit of red on this one. So I don't know if I mentioned this in any of my videos. I don't think I did. Pretty. But I've recently been selected to be on the Graphics Fairy design team for the next 6 months, which is really exciting. I can't tell you. When I get that email, it's one of those where you jump up and down and scream inside all at one time because I really never thought I would get picked. So I'm working on a journal. I'll have one out in October for my first project with them. Okay, this one, what do we want to do with this one? I'm thinking, here I've got this fun design. Let's go with blue on this one. Okay, maybe somewhere in there. So I've got that journal, and I've actually got 3 other journals in the works right now, which is very unusual for me. Usually it's 1 or 2 that I'm working on, and that's it. So I have been busy. I just haven't been able to get everything completed. Oh, I like that. Okay, let's try this one. This one, I think I'll do something across the bottom here. So let's try this fancy one. This is just kind of an edge, scrolly edge. And I'm going to try this elderberry. This is one of my favorites. It's like a really deep, deep, deep plum color, almost black, but it's really pretty. Okay. So let's see. Maybe something like this. I'm kind of a stickler for getting them in the middle too. There. That's that one. Okay. So for this one, I think another one across the top. I've got a similar one that looks like this. And let's pick a green. This is Versafine Claire, Shady Lane it's called. I have to remember to try to keep myself in frame, which I'm not used to doing that yet. Okay, something like that. All right, that one I didn't get so much in the middle, but I think it's still pretty. All right, let's see this castle. Okay, so I have to tell you, my curiosity got the best of me. I had to look this up. Holyrood. Holyrood Palace. I should have known it because it's the official residence of the British monarch in Scotland. And apparently Queen Elizabeth goes there in summer, so who knew? Okay, so let's put this one away, and for this one I think I will do maybe another corner one. Something up in this corner. So let's try a brown. This one is ground espresso. Okay. Trying to keep these pretty neutral, so no bright colors, but you could certainly use bright colors if you like that. All right, and these last two, since there isn't, I don't think, a really good place to stamp on them, I thought I would add an actual postage stamp. So let's take a look to see what we have for postage stamps. This one, I'm thinking maybe a pinky red one. Or let's see, maybe something like this. Yeah, I think I'll do that one. Okay, so I'm just going to put that on with glue stick. Just adds a little something. And then for this one, I was thinking maybe purple. So something, yeah, that's too bright. This one looks kind of regal. Stick that one up here in the corner. There, I like that. Okay, so that takes care of this set. I think these should be pretty well dry. So just go back through, we had that one. This one, that one, and that one. Okay, and then our lovely ladies. So for these, since they're quite busy, I thought maybe I would get out my color pencils and just shade them in here and there. So let's try this one. So I just grabbed a few colors that I thought might work. I want to try to keep them fairly light and pastel looking. So on this one, let's maybe, I'm just going to give it a real light touch. Just kind of shade in her, I don't know if those are feathers on her hat or some other kind of bow material. Just very subtle. Oh, nice light green on there. And then let's see, maybe something on her ruffles. Do a little pink on there. And one thing with black and white photos, I've done a little color pencils on those before. It's pretty forgiving, so you can get out your first grade coloring skills and it still looks pretty decent. So maybe we'll do both of these. Okay, I had to go answer my door. So I thought I had my camera back on, but I didn't. So I've colored this one in, you saw that. And then I did a second one. Love these ladies. They look like they're having a lot of fun in the garden. And I'm just doing a couple of elements, maybe 2 to 3 on each card, not really coloring in the whole thing. So I'll do one more and then I'll do the rest off camera so you don't have to watch me color. Maybe I'll just do this lady's hat. I'm doing a very light touch so we don't get any, so you don't see any pencil marks on there. Okay, we'll give her a pink hat. I like to pick elements that have a very defined outline. It makes it a little bit easier. And what else? I think maybe this lady's bodice. Yeah. I think that looks all right. All right, I will continue on with the rest of them and I will be back after I have them all completed. Okay, I am back and done with my little coloring session. So here's what the rest of these look like. Just small little highlights, but I think it adds a lot. And then that one. So, moment of truth. We are going to see if these envelopes will be sturdy enough and seal up. Okay, so I'm just going to fold on these lines. So I'm trying to think the best or easiest way. I think these bottom ones I can just fold up and over. Okay, and then this side, I don't know how even these are. I'm assuming this was just photocopy from an old original. Try to get it straight. And then this one. I think that one needs to come up a little bit higher. Okay, now we need to score again. Looks like about 1/4 of an inch out. I think I might just fold it this way first so I can see, and then fold it back that way. And then this one. And this last side. I don't know about you, but whenever I'm in like an antique mall or a thrift store, I'm always looking for these little touristy pouches with the postcards in them. I just think they're cool. All right, so now that gives us these sides to this, so we have a place to put our cards in. Okay, these are the ones that I made the first time around. So you just set those in there, and then put this little flap in there. And that's it. Cool. That's that one. And then I will fold up this one. And voila, I've got this one folded too. I thought I'd take my time and get this one done without fiddling in front of the camera. So I think we're ready to put our pictures in here. Set those in. I really like the way that inside looks. And close that up. And now we have ourselves a nice little box. The other thing I thought maybe I would do with each of these is to add a little label on the back and maybe just glue the bottom half. That would help keep this flap in a little bit. Plus it lets the person you're giving these to know that these are note cards. So this one has 8 in there and this one has 10. So I'm just going to glue those on. There, I think those turned out pretty neat. So that's it for today, guys, and hopefully I will be back in a couple of weeks with some journals to share with you. Until then, bye-bye.